Have you ever watched a horror movie? Felt like something followed you home? You turn off the TV, the credits are rolling, the feeling sticks with you, a cold spot in the room, a shadow in the corner of your eye. You try to shake it off. You tell yourself it's just your imagination. But a small part of you wonders, could a simple film invite something into our world? Could watching unlock something meant to stay hidden? We've asked this for years investigating the paranormal. The energy in haunted locations is real. Sometimes that same energy is stirred up by what we see on screen. Many people have shared experiences with me. A strange heaviness filling their home after scary movies. Doors creaking with no wind. A television turning on by itself, static on the screen. These occurrences are common in paranormal places, but people report them right after exposure to dark themes. So what exactly is a portal? In the paranormal world, portals are doorways or gateways to another dimension. They're believed to be locations where the barrier between our world and the spirit realm is thin. We search for these in investigations. We look for places with high spiritual energy, old hospitals, abandoned prisons, historic battlefields, places where spirits can cross over more easily. You see the concept in folklore and ancient texts. Movies use portals to bring monsters into our world. Think of cursed objects, an old book, a puzzle box. These open gateways to dimensions of pure terror, or a seance, or a ritual gone wrong tearing the fabric of reality. Think about it. Millions focusing their thoughts and fears on one dark concept. Now let's look at what scientists have to say about this. When we watch a horror movie, our bodies don't always know the difference between a real threat and a fictional one. The suspenseful music, the jump scares, the terrifying visuals. Our amygdala, the part of the brain that handles fear, goes into overdrive. It floods our system with adrenaline and cortisol, the same chemicals that would be released if we were actually being chased by a predator. This is the classic fight-or-flight response. Our hearts race, our palms get sweaty, our senses become hyper-aware of our surroundings. This heightened state of arousal is key to why we feel so strange after the movie ends. Your body is still coursing with adrenaline, so you remain on high alert. Your brain is actively looking for threats. That's why the slightest sound, a floorboard creaking, the wind rattling a window pane, can make you jump out of your skin. Your brain is primed for danger. It's not a ghost, it's your own biology playing tricks on you. Scientists call this the excitation transfer process, where the leftover arousal from the movie gets transferred to the next thing you experience, making your real-world reactions much more intense than they normally would be. Furthermore, our brains are hardwired to find patterns and see faces in random shapes. This phenomenon is called pareidolia. It's why we see animals in the clouds, or a face in the static on a television screen. When we're already scared and on edge from a horror movie, our brain's tendency to do this goes into overdrive. That shadow in the corner of your room might just be a pile of clothes, but your fear-primed brain quickly interprets it as a menacing figure. It's an evolutionary trait that helped our ancestors survive, but in a modern context, it can make us feel like we're being haunted. So, from a scientific standpoint, the lingering fear has a perfectly logical explanation. It's a cocktail of leftover adrenaline, a hyper-alert brain, and our natural tendency to see patterns where none exist. So we have two compelling sides to this story. On one hand, unexplainable personal experiences, paranormal theories that suggest movies can stir up spiritual energy. Countless reports from credible people who feel a real shift after watching something terrifying. In my work, I've documented evidence, disembodied voices, shadow figures, physical interactions that defy logical explanation. On the other hand, science provides a clear explanation. Brain chemistry. Fight or flight response. Pareidolia. The truth likely lies somewhere in the middle. A film is first a piece of entertainment. Most things that go bump are echoes of a good story amplified by our minds.